Hello, and today's Sukie and Friends mini story is More Meows with Jan. Life in Orkney had settled into a comfortable rhythm. Billy has one very special kitten, little Luckie. Luckie. Lucky. Sukie chooses the name because Lucky is very lucky indeed to be here. And Lucky is thriving. Every day is a school day for Lucky. Lucky learns to climb, to explore, and to find those little paws. Sometimes those little paws go exactly where Lucky expects them to do, and other times they don't. Daddy Dearest feeds Billy and Lucky every day and makes sure they have everything they need. He even built a little ramp for Lucky so his tiny legs don't have to make one enormous leap from the little house. Lucky is intelligent, quick to learn, kind, and consistent. Sukie watches with great interest because Sukie has plans. Lucky, she's decided, has the makings of a first-rate courtier. Inspector Webber likes Lucky too. And Lady Abbie? Well, Lady Abbie is very pleased that Lucky is healthy. She is very pleased that Lucky has a lovely little house, and she is especially pleased that Lucky's lovely house is outside. Everything is just as it should be, or so they think. Somewhere out there, there are kittens, but Sukie is comfortable. She already has one miniature courtier under training. And really, why should she go rushing around Orkney looking for more? No. She closes her eyes again. She can leave this for the younger generation. Inspector Webber, however, is still listening. He looks at Abbie. Abbie's ears twitch. Ah, she hears it too. Inspector Webber sits at the big window, looking out towards the sea. Everything is peaceful until one ear twitches, then the other. Webber listens. Meow. He knows that sound. Webber turns to Sukie and Abbie. Sukie has one eye open. Meow. Sukie's ear twitches. She knows that sound too. In fact, as far as Sukie is concerned, the mystery is already solved. Kittens. Lady Abbie, however, has other ideas. More kittens? Absolutely not. There are no meows. She hears no meows. She is unable to hear meows. Where are Mother's headphones? Perhaps this is an excellent time for some music. Or an even better time to go and sit with Sukie. Bye! But Webber doesn't move. His ears turn towards the sound. Meow! Inspector Webber knows one thing. Somewhere outside there are meows. And if Sukie isn't going to investigate, and Abbie is apparently listening to imaginary music, there's only one thing to do. Find Daddy Dearest. Webber looks at Daddy Dearest, then to the door, then back to Daddy Dearest. Meow. His ears turn. Daddy Dearest understands. But there's a problem. Billy is outside with Lucky, and Billy is a very protective mother. Nobody is having any more kung fu fighting, especially not Inspector Webber. So Daddy Dearest picks him up, and off they go. Daddy Dearest provides the legs, Inspector Webber provides the radar. One ear turns. Daddy Dearest turns. Both ears point ahead. Daddy Dearest goes straight ahead. Webber's ears turn again. Daddy Dearest changes direction. Meow! Closer. They follow the path towards the garage. Meow! Closer still. Then Webber's ears stop. Daddy Dearest stops. In front of them is the ramshackled old wooden garden shed. Some of its weatherboards are missing, but the roof is gone. It doesn't even have a proper floor. Daddy Dearest looks at Webber. Webber looks at Daddy Dearest. Meow. They look inside. A little face looks back, then another, and another, and another. Daddy Dearest counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 kittens. 2 black and white, and 2 tabby and white. 3 stayed tucked up close together, but 1 little tabby and white kitten looks back at them with rather more confidence. Inspector Webber has found the meows. But now Daddy Dearest has another question. Whose kittens are they? Now Daddy Dearest doesn't have to wait very long for an answer. Later, he goes to the red back door. Spookie is there. Nothing unusual about that. Spookie often comes to visit, but today, Spookie isn't alone. One of the little tabby and white kittens is there too. Daddy Dearest stops. The kitten snuggles close to Spookie, and then drink, 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 drink. Daddy Dearest looks. He looks again. The kitten is having milk from Spookie. Spookie? Daddy Dearest looks again. A mother? For all this time, Mother and Daddy Dearest thought Spookie was a boy. Spookie is bigger than Billy. Spookie never brings kittens to the house. Nobody has ever seen Spookie with kittens. But there is really no arguing with what Daddy Dearest sees at the red back door. Spookie is not a he. Spookie is a she and has 4 kittens in a ramshackled old wooden garden shed. They are Spookie's kittens. Well, this changes everything, including Spookie's name, because if Spookie is a she, the Y has to go, and in its place comes an IE. So from this moment on, Spookie becomes Spookie. Spookie. Daddy Dearest shakes his head. 4 kittens, a new mother, a new spelling, and it isn't even lunchtime yet. Now, one of Spookie's kittens is very different from the others. The other 3 like to stay close together. They stay close to home. They stay close to Spookie. But the little tabby and white kitten with the beautiful markings, that kitten has other ideas. The kitten comes to the back door with Spookie. Spookie finishes her visit and heads home. But the kitten doesn't. Instead, the kitten looks around. There is the sunniest spot in the back of the house. There is a chair. There are warm blankets. And then the kitten spots something else. Daddy Dearest has built a very large cat house. He built it for Billy and the other cats. But Billy chooses her snug little house on the prairie instead. So the big house stands empty, and it is quite a house. It's insulated, it has straw, it has lovely warm blankets, and when Daddy Dearest lights the outdoor fire, it even has central heating. There's a lot of room for all the cats in there. Perhaps a whole colony. But nobody is using it. The little tabby and white kitten takes one look. This will do nicely. It goes in, and apparently that is that. Billy looks, Lucky looks, Spookie looks, all that room for one tiny kitten. Well, apparently so. Even Spookie comes over to investigate. The kitten looks at her. Mother, what are you doing here? But there is one small problem. The kitten still gets hungry. Daddy Dearest can provide food, warm blankets, and even central heating. But there's one thing that Daddy Dearest cannot provide: mother's milk. Billy certainly isn't volunteering. So Spookie comes over to the new residence. Mother arrives with room service. Drink, 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 drink. The little kitten has everything sorted: a huge house, central heating, warm blankets, and room service. For goodness sake, the kitten comes to visit and decides to stay. There's only one name for this kitten like that: the lodger. Billie and Luckie have the little house on the prairie. The lodger? The lodger has Buckingham Palace. Back inside the house, Sukie, Inspector Weber, and Lady Abbie look out the window. Quite a lot has changed. Billie and Luckie are outside their little house in the prairie. Luckie is happy. Billie is happy. Spookie and the other kittens stay together, and not too far away, the lodger has settled near to Luckie. After all, the lodger has a palace. Inspector Weber looks particularly pleased with himself. He hears the meows, he follows the meows, he finds the kittens. He told them so. Sukie gives a knowing look. Of course there are kittens. She knew that all from the beginning. She simply sees no reason to go rushing around Orkney looking for them. Sukie looks again at Luckie. Her miniature courtier is doing very nicely. Intelligent, quick to learn, kind, consistent. One first-rate courtier may be quite enough. Then Sukie looks at the lodger. That one has attitude. Sukie knows something about attitude. Perhaps she needs to keep an eye on that one. Lady Abbie, meanwhile, refuses to be drawn into the discussion. Kittens? What kittens? She sees no kittens, she hears no kittens, and as long as all those kittens stay out there, while Abbie stays in here, everything is perfectly satisfactory. And she looks out the window once more. Billy has Luckie. Spookie has her kittens. The lodger has Buckingham Palace. Inspector Weber has solved yet another mystery. And Lady Abbie has denial. Total denial. Yes, she's Egyptian. Sukie gives the tiniest shake of her head. More kittens. Oh, for goodness sake. Still, perhaps one of them might make another courtier. Perhaps. But for now, Sukie already has one, and one very good little courtier will do nicely. Hi, it's Jan here. I hope you enjoyed this little Sukie and Friends mini story. And if you did, how about liking? You can comment and you can subscribe or even join the club. You're very much welcome here.